Every tick of the clock, every glance at a smartphone screen, every deadline we chase, time, it seems, is an immutable force, a universal constant governing our very existence. We perceive it as a natural, linear progression, from past to present, marching relentlessly into the future, an intrinsic part of the cosmos. Yet, this seemingly innate understanding is far from universal, not a given of the natural world, but a profound, intricate, and deeply cultural human invention. For millennia, humanity has wrestled with the intangible essence of time, seeking to measure, to master, and ultimately to organize life within its ever-evolving framework. What if the clock on our wall, the rigid schedule dictating our modern days, is merely a sophisticated illusion, a deeply embedded cultural construct we rarely question? This journey will reveal how we didn't just discover time, but painstakingly, brilliantly forged it, and in doing so became profoundly shaped by our own creation. We are both its architects and its subjects, bound by unseen chains forged across countless epochs of human endeavor. Let's delve beyond the familiar clock to uncover the hidden, transformative history of humanity's most fundamental, yet least understood, invention. Before mechanical marvels, humanity's first clocks were the cosmos itself. For our nomadic ancestors, time wasn't abstract, it was a lived experience, intimately linked to the natural world's pulse. The rhythmic dance of day and night, the sun's unwavering arc, offered the most fundamental division of existence. Early humans observed the sun's longest and shortest days, marking solstices and equinoxes as crucial survival points. They tracked the moon's ethereal phases, crescent to full and back, a natural monthly calendar guiding nomadic movements and hunting patterns. The passage of seasons dictating migration, planting, and harvest provided a larger cyclical rhythm. Annual river floods, blooming flora, returning migratory animals, these were the profound environmental cues structuring their year. Deep in ancient caves, early markings, notches on bone, symbols on stone, testified to nascent attempts to record and predict celestial events, the first conscious efforts to codify time. From hunter-gatherer to early agricultural societies, survival depended on this intimate understanding of nature's immutable clock. This wasn't about measuring seconds, but aligning human life with the grand symphony of the universe. It was a time of observation, reverence, and profound adaptation. The shift from simply observing to meticulously recording was monumental. Ancient civilizations, driven by agricultural needs and religious fervor, transformed sky-gazing into a precise science. The Egyptians, for instance, watched the annual heliacal rising of Sirius, the brightest star, which coincided with the life-giving inundation of the Nile. This celestial event anchored their 365-day calendar, essential for planting and harvesting, a system vital for their civilization. Their grand temples aligned with solstices, and stone carvings depicted sophisticated astronomical knowledge visibly etched into the landscape. Meanwhile, in Mesopotamia, the Babylonians, with their advanced mathematics, mapped the heavens with incredible detail and precision. They developed a complex lunar calendar,
adjusting it with intercalary months, and tracked planetary movements, profoundly influencing later astronomical traditions. Towering ziggurats served as dedicated observatories where priests meticulously charted constellations and predicted celestial events with remarkable foresight. These cultures didn't just tell time, they codified it, embedding cosmic rhythms deeply into their societal and religious fabric. Their mastery of the heavens laid the groundwork for future scientific inquiry, proving that understanding time was synonymous with understanding the universe itself. This complex interplay of observation, mathematics, and societal need birthed the sophisticated calendars that organized their worlds and echoed through millennia.
As ancient civilizations mastered cosmic calendars, time transformed from mere observation into a profound cultural construct. It became intrinsically linked to both sacred reverence and secular authority. In Egypt, religious festivals, tied to celestial alignments, consecrated every passing moment. Priests, as keepers of sacred time, ensured correct observance of rites, connecting earthly and divine realms. The Maya developed intricate calendar systems, not just for agriculture, but for prophecy and dynastic events. Each cycle carried spiritual significance, shaping their worldview. Simultaneously, state power standardized time for administrative purposes. The Roman Empire, with its Julian calendar, regulated legal proceedings, military movements, and taxation across its vast territories. Sundials in forums and official pronouncements dictated civic schedules. In ancient China, imperial astronomers meticulously maintained the calendar to legitimize the emperor's mandate of heaven. Accurate timekeeping was crucial for political stability. Time thus emerged as a dual instrument, a spiritual compass guiding humanity through cosmic cycles, and a secular tool for control, order, and the consolidation of earthly power. It was the unseen hand shaping societies, dictating both destiny and daily life. From the cosmic rhythms of ancient calendars, humanity was poised for a revolutionary shift. The medieval era witnessed an invention that would profoundly reshape our relationship with time itself: the mechanical clock. Born of the ingenuity of monastic orders seeking precise prayer schedules, these intricate devices first emerged in European monasteries and then grand urban centers. No longer dependent on sundials or water clocks, which faltered in darkness or cold, the mechanical clock offered unprecedented accuracy, a relentless, impartial measurement of the hour. Its gears and weights began to dictate not just spiritual devotion, but the very rhythm of civic life. Town bells chimed, signaling market openings, communal gatherings, and the close of day. Time, once a fluid experience tied to natural cycles, transformed into a standardized, segmented commodity. The clock's insistent tick-tock ushered in a new era of organization, turning moments into measurable units of productivity. This new temporal discipline, born of human invention, ironically began to exert profound control, binding daily existence to the relentless march of the hour.
It was the genesis of modern efficiency, but also the silent imposition of a new tyranny, where time became less an observation and more an imperative.
The mechanical clock, once a marvel, became the relentless heartbeat of a new age, the Industrial Revolution. As steam engines roared and factories sprawled, time transformed from fluid measure into precise, quantifiable commodity. Factory owners, driven by output, recognized efficiency was paramount. Time was quite literally money. The ringing of factory bells dictated every worker's day, from the precise start of grueling 12-hour shifts to brief synchronized breaks and the exact minute work concluded. Time cards and early punch clocks recorded presence, segmenting labor into accountable units. The human body, once attuned to natural light, was now disciplined by machinery's unyielding tick and the factory whistle. Children and adults alike toiled under this new temporal tyranny, their lives synchronized not by sunrise, but by the relentless artificial rhythm of industrial production. This era solidified time as a tool of organization and control, an invisible hand guiding modern industry's unprecedented scale, fundamentally altering human existence. Every second counted, quantified, and ultimately owned. The Industrial Revolution, standardizing time locally, ironically exposed a greater global challenge: the chaotic disunity of local times. Each town, guided by its unique solar noon, maintained its local mean time. Railway networks, expanding rapidly, found scheduling a nightmare. Journeys crossed dozens of differing local times, causing confusion, delays, and perilous collisions. Even telegraph communication, designed for speed, was bottlenecked by the inability to precisely coordinate events across vast distances. This temporal anarchy urgently demanded a radical solution. Pressure for standardization intensified from railways and maritime industries. Scientists and policymakers globally recognized the necessity. This led to the pivotal International Meridian Conference in Washington, D.C., 1884. Delegations from 25 nations debated the prime meridian's location, the zero point for longitude and time. Following extensive deliberation, the Greenwich Meridian was officially adopted, establishing Greenwich Mean Time as the world's universal reference. Crucially, the conference simultaneously laid the blueprint for 24 international time zones, each roughly 15 degrees of longitude. Though full implementation faced resistance and took decades, the framework for a globally synchronized planet was established. Humanity, having tamed local time, now orchestrated the entire globe. From disparate solar rhythms to an interconnected temporal framework, the world began marching to a single, invisible beat. A profound assertion of human ingenuity, constructing the shared temporal reality essential for our modern, networked existence. Having globally synchronized time, humanity had seemingly mastered its flow. But beneath this unified facade lies a profound truth.
Time is not merely a scientific constant, but a deep cultural construct, shaping civilizations in radically different ways. In the Western tradition, time often manifests as a linear progression, a journey from a definite past through a precise present towards an anticipated future. This perception fueled ideas of progress, innovation, and a constant drive for improvement, viewing history as an unfolding narrative with a destination. Contrast this with many ancient and Eastern philosophies, where time is conceived as cyclical, the eternal return. Seasons repeat, stars revolve, empires rise and fall only to rise again. This perspective often fostered harmony with natural rhythms, emphasizing balance, wisdom gained through experience, and a profound respect for tradition rather than ceaseless change. From the vast cosmic cycles of Hindu yugas, the repetitive agricultural calendars of ancient Egypt, to the Taoist emphasis on natural ebb and flow, these societies found meaning not in breaking free from the past, but in understanding its perpetual renewal. These divergent temporal worldviews weren't just abstract ideas. They shaped governments, religious practices, economic systems, and even individual identity. The linear view powered the relentless march of industrialization and global conquest, while the cyclical fostered resilience and deep spiritual connection. Both powerful, both valid, demonstrating how humanity, in its quest to define time, ultimately allowed time to define it, molding its very perception of reality and its place within the cosmos.
As humanity grappled with diverse temporal understandings, a new epoch dawned, promising unprecedented mastery over speed and information, the digital age. This era didn't just synchronize clocks, it compressed our very experience of reality. Instantaneous global communication shattered the tyranny of distance, collapsing delays that once defined international interaction. Data streams, flowing at the speed of light, transformed commerce, news, and personal connections into an unending, accelerated torrent. The rhythm of life, once dictated by sun and seasons, then by gears and factories, now pulsed at the relentless frequency of microprocessors. Notifications, constant updates, and the perpetual always-on culture created an illusion of boundless time, yet simultaneously an acute sensation of its scarcity. Every moment became a potential transaction, an urgent response, a missed opportunity. This paradox, an abundance of tools to save time, leading to a feeling of having less, is the hallmark of our digital predicament. We built machines to manage time, only to find ourselves managed by them. Our devices, once servants, now dictate our pace, forging unseen chains in this hyper-connected present, challenging our mental well-being and redefining the very fabric of our shared human existence. From the primordial rhythms of the cosmos to the frenetic pulse of the digital age, humanity's journey with time has been a grand, intricate dance. We sought to measure it, to harness it, to transcend its relentless march. In doing so, we forged calendars, clocks, and algorithms, each a monument to our ambition, yet each also a new chain binding us to its perceived dictates. This paradox, our mastery over time, leading to its mastery over us, reveals its true nature, a profound, inescapable construct of the human mind. Time is not merely a force, it is a story we tell ourselves, collectively, constantly evolving. What then does the future hold for this most fundamental of human perceptions? Will our relentless pursuit of efficiency eventually liberate us, or will it further compress our existence into an ever smaller now? Perhaps the truest wisdom lies not in controlling time, but in understanding our place within its flow, in cherishing the present, and in crafting a future where our relationship with this unseen force is one of conscious harmony rather than endless struggle. For in the end, time does not merely pass, we live through it, shaping its meaning with every breath.